Why this interest in the bottom of the world? Nobody living down there.
I tell you one reason they're interested. It's by far the most valuable, important place left in the world for science.
Have you ever heard of Operation High Jump?
No.
Dude,
What's
it's
Operation
crazy.
High Jump? What does that mean?
You've never heard this?
No.
It's the greatest story ever, bro.
Project High Jump, also known as the United States Navy Antarctic Developments Program, 1946 to 1947, stands out as a remarkable chapter in the history of exploration, blending military precision with scientific curiosity. This operation, under the guidance of the indomitable Admiral Richard E. Byrd, was more than just an expedition. It was a groundbreaking venture into the unknown, aimed at asserting US presence and prowess in the Antarctic during the tense early years of the Cold War.
So the U.S. government's like, something's going on with Antarctica. There's some activity up there. We want to find out what's going on. So they send this cat named Admiral Byrd up to investigate with a giant fleet.
At the heart of Project High Jump was the establishment of Little America 4, the latest in a series of bases that served as a testament to human resilience and ingenuity. Located strategically on the Ross Ice Shelf near the Bay of Whales, this base was not just a shelter but a fully equipped research station. With state-of-the-art labs, living quarters, and storage units all designed to endure the extreme cold, Little America 4 became the epicenter of operations facilitating groundbreaking research in meteorology, geology, and glaciology. It was from here that aerial and ground surveys were launched, significantly enhancing our understanding of Antarctic geography. But Project High Jump was as much about the people as it was about the place.
And
So,
this is where the missing 411 come from, which is all these people have mysteriously disappeared in force.
Over 4,700 military personnel underwent rigorous training to adapt to the harsh polar conditions, marking the operation as much a human endeavor as a technological one. The expedition tested the limits of cold weather gear, from specialized clothing to heating systems, ensuring the team could operate effectively in the unforgiving Antarctic environment.
There will be a number of expeditions to the bottom of the world because the government has really become interested.
The technological achievements of High Jump were nothing short of revolutionary. The operation marked the first major use of helicopters and aircraft in Antarctica, transforming the logistics of polar expeditions. This fleet of snow tractors, weasels, aircraft, and ships was not just tested, but proven in the polar climate, providing invaluable data for future operations in similar conditions. Beyond the scientific and logistical achievements, Project High Jump was a statement of geopolitical intent.
I 100% believe this is spiritual war and that these people are working with dark entities, and that's what this is all about.
In the shadow of the Cold War, establishing a US presence in Antarctica was a strategic move, showcasing American capabilities and interests in this remote region. The operation navigated the complex terrain of international law and diplomacy, aiming to consolidate US claims and influence in Antarctica.
I think there's low-frequency stuff going on, and they've made deals with people and things, and that's what I think's going on.
It's clear that this was no ordinary expedition. It was a bold foray into the unknown. The establishment of Little America 4 and the extensive training and testing that took place under the harsh Antarctic conditions were all steps toward a greater understanding of our planet. The legacy of Project High Jump would eventually lead to the Antarctic Treaty System. When Admiral Richard E. Byrd spearheaded Project High Jump in the mid-1940s, he wasn't just leading an expedition. He was venturing into the unknown on a scale never before seen in Antarctic exploration. This ambitious endeavor by the United States Navy was a testament to human curiosity and the drive to push beyond conventional boundaries. With over 4,700 personnel on board, ranging from naval officers to scientists and support staff, the operation was a massive undertaking that showcased the Navy's commitment to exploring and understanding the mysteries of the Antarctic continent. The fleet for this colossal mission was just as impressive, comprising 13 ships with diverse capabilities. Among them, the USS Philippine Sea stood out, not just as an aircraft carrier, but as a floating base for aerial operations that brought unprecedented mobility and reach to the expedition. This fleet, complete with icebreakers, supply ships, and destroyers, played pivotal roles, from navigating through treacherous ice to providing essential logistical support and serving as platforms for scientific research. This innovation opened new avenues for exploration and research, allowing the team to reach previously inaccessible areas. Fixed-wing aircraft were extensively used for aerial photography and mapping, covering nearly 1.5 million square kilometers of uncharted territory. This was no small feat. The aerial reconnaissance conducted during high jump was crucial for mapping the continent's geography, studying its geology, and planning future expeditions. The resulting photographs and maps became authoritative sources of Antarctic geography for years to come. The harsh and extreme conditions of Antarctica posed significant challenges, necessitating innovative technological adaptations. Everything from vehicles to aircraft and ships was modified to withstand the polar conditions. Special insulation, heating systems, and lubricants were developed to ensure functionality in the extreme cold. These adaptations were not just crucial for the success of the expedition, they contributed to the development of technologies that would be used in cold environments worldwide. According to some, the United States Navy's expedition to the icy continent wasn't just about exploring uncharted territory. It was a covert operation to uncover something much more extraordinary: exotic technologies or evidence of ancient civilizations buried beneath the ice. The story goes a bit like this. Tucked away in the vast frozen landscapes of Antarctica, there might have been remnants of an advanced ancient civilization, or perhaps even a crashed alien spacecraft. Imagine that, hidden bases or technology from other worlds right here on Earth, lying in wait under the ice. This theory plays into the idea that such discoveries could explain the rapid technological advancements of the period. Maybe, just maybe, the team behind Project High Jump was on the brink of uncovering secrets akin to those of Atlantis or other legendary lands, secrets that could rewrite our understanding of history and science. But let's take a step back and sift through the layers of this captivating story. When we dive into the official records and facts from the expedition, a different picture emerges, one rooted firmly in the realm of scientific exploration and research. There's no denying the operation was ambitious and groundbreaking, but its achievements lie in the contributions it made to our understanding of the Antarctic region, not in unearthing ancient tech or alien relics. Now, one of the most intriguing conspiracy theories that's been swirling around for decades, the idea that Project High Jump was actually a secret mission to uncover a German base hidden deep in the icy expanses of Antarctica. It's a tale that mixes real historical events with a hefty dose of speculation, all set against the mysterious backdrop of the Antarctic wilderness. Let's start at the beginning. Back in the late 1930s, Germany did indeed embark on an expedition to Antarctica, known as the Third German Antarctic Expedition. This venture was aimed at expanding Germany's whaling capacities and staking a territorial claim for resource extraction, naming the explored area Neuschwabenland, after a region in Germany. However, despite the grand ambitions, the expedition didn't result in the establishment of a permanent base, just a fleeting brush with the icy continent. Now onto the more thrilling part of the story, the theory that the Germans conducted secret drilling operations in Antarctica. According to various speculative narratives, these operations had several possible goals: hunting for rare minerals to power their war machine, establishing a covert base under the ice, dubbed Base 2111 or New Berlin, or even seeking out ancient knowledge or alien tech hidden in the Antarctic depths. It's the stuff of science fiction with a dash of historical intrigue, but let's pause for a reality check. The technical feats required for deep drilling in the Antarctic ice are formidable, even by today's standards. Considering the technology available in the 1930s and 1940s, the idea that they could have pulled off such a feat is highly improbable. Modern ice core drilling projects, which have successfully reached great depths, rely on sophisticated equipment and logistics that simply weren't at the Germans' disposal. But as World War II came to a close, rumors started to take flight. stories began circulating about Germans fleeing and seeking refuge in a secret base in Antarctica, supposedly established in the wake of the Richter expedition. As the years went by, this theory found its way into various books, articles, and eventually online forums and documentaries, each iteration adding layers to the narrative. Speculations about the Germans developing advanced technology and weaponry in isolation, far from the prying eyes of the world, only served to deepen the mystery and allure of the story. Yet despite its captivating narrative, this theory remains just that, a theory. Diving into the depths of Earth's mysteries, the concept of a hollow Earth has been a subject of human fascination that ties together ancient myths with the threads of more modern, albeit speculative, scientific thought.
If you can't create a way to protect from the meteor impacts, you're going to want to go in there, man.
This journey through our planet's hypothetical hidden layers has evolved remarkably over the centuries, shifting from tales of underworlds ruled by gods and spirits to the realms of scientific inquiry during the Enlightenment and beyond.
There's a specific kind of idea that's unique to a human being.
This is why I love Hollow Earth theory, man.
The story begins in the 17th and 18th centuries, a period ripe with intellectual curiosity and scientific revolution. It was then that Edmund Halley, an esteemed figure in astronomy known for identifying the comet bearing his name, introduced a radical theory that would challenge the conventional understanding of our planet. In 1692, Halley proposed that Earth was not a solid mass, but rather consisted of a hollow shell about 500 miles thick. This shell, he suggested, harbored two inner concentric shells and an innermost core, each separated by atmospheric layers with their own magnetic poles.
In the core of the Earth is another sun that has an advanced civilization that hasn't been disrupted.
Halley's hypothesis aimed to explain the magnetic anomalies that baffled scientists of his time, suggesting these hidden layers each had their own magnetic field. Halley's groundbreaking proposal, though lacking in empirical evidence, marked a pivotal departure from previous notions of Earth's composition and laid the foundation for future speculative exploration into the planet's inner mysteries. His ideas, born out of observations of magnetic variance, opened the door to a world of possibilities that would captivate the minds of future generations. As we journey into the 19th century, the Hollow Earth theory found a new champion in John Cleves Symmes Jr., an American Army officer whose vision took Halley's concepts to new heights. Symmes passionately advocated for a model of the Earth that featured not just concentric layers, but large navigable holes at the poles, later dubbed Symmes holes, acting as gateways to the world beneath. According to Symmes, these openings led to habitable lands rich with unknown species and civilizations.
If the idea is like, yeah, humans have been on the planet for a long time, this is why I love Hollow Earth theory.
A concept that stirred the imagination of many. Dedicated to his theory, Symmes spent his life promoting the idea through lectures, writings, and the pursuit of an expedition to the North Pole to prove his claims. Despite his fervor, Symmes's ideas were largely dismissed by the scientific community of his time as too fanciful, and his hoped-for expedition never came to fruition. Yet his advocacy for a hollow Earth added a significant chapter to the story of human curiosity, propelling the quest to understand the unknown depths of our planet into the realm of popular imagination and speculative science. Digging deeper into the world of hollow Earth theories, two ideas particularly spark the imagination. Imagine, if you will, a realm beneath the icy expanse of Antarctica, illuminated not by the familiar light of our sun, but by a central sun of its own. This is not the cold, dark void you might expect to find under the Earth's crust, but a vibrant, hidden world, teeming with life. This central sun, a concept at the heart of many hollow Earth theories, is said to cast a perpetual glow, creating conditions that are nothing short of miraculous when compared to the frosty Antarctic surface we're familiar with. Picture vast, unexplored forests and expansive landscapes under a never-setting sun, where diverse species flourish in a climate that's both temperate and inviting. Unlike the harsh sun that scorches the surface world, this inner sun is gentler, less intense, providing just the right amount of warmth and light to sustain an ideal, Eden-like environment for its inhabitants. The nature of this luminous body at the core of the Earth is a subject of much speculation among believers. Some suggest it's a smaller, dense core emitting its own unique form of radiant energy, perhaps through processes unknown or unimagined by surface-dwelling scientists. Could it be nuclear reactions unlike any we understand? Or is it something even more mysterious? The theories vary widely, but the idea of a central sun remains a captivating notion. Now, there is an interesting story of Admiral Richard E. Byrd, a figure whose real-life adventures read like the pages of a high-stakes thriller, but it's his alleged secret diary that really takes the cake. Picture this: an American explorer and naval officer, already famed for his daring expeditions to the ends of the earth, supposedly uncovers a hidden world right beneath our feet, according to diary entries that have sparked endless fascination. Byrd is no stranger to the record books, having flown over the North Pole in 1926 and the South Pole in 1929. These feats alone cemented his place in history, but it's what supposedly happened in 1947 that really stirs the pot. The story goes that during a flight over the North Pole, and later over the South Pole, Byrd stumbled upon an entrance leading to an inner Earth, a concept straight out of a science fiction novel. According to these disputed diary entries, he found a place where the laws of nature as we know them were turned on their head. A verdant paradise thriving with life, including species long thought extinct, all hidden beneath the icy wastelands of the poles. Imagine transitioning from a landscape of ice and snow to one of lush forests and green mountains, where woolly mammoths roam. This is what Byrd described in his alleged diary, detailing his journey into a polar opening that revealed an inner world contrary to the barren, frozen exterior we're accustomed to. But it doesn't stop there. Byrd's entries speak of encountering a civilization with technology so advanced, it makes our surface innovations look primitive by comparison. This society, hidden away from the world above, supposedly shared with Byrd their concerns for humanity's path, particularly our penchant for self-destruction. What's truly intriguing is the civilization's approach to Byrd, one of diplomacy and openness. They were not conquerors or threats, but rather beings deeply worried about the surface world's trajectory, especially the development of atomic weapons. Their message to Byrd, as he recounts, was one of warning but also of hope, urging for peace and cooperation among the nations above to avoid nuclear annihilation. In the intriguing diary entries attributed to Admiral Richard E. Byrd, he recounts an encounter that feels lifted straight from a science fiction narrative. Byrd allegedly stumbled upon a civilization with advancements that far exceeded anything the surface world had seen in his era. This wasn't just about fancy gadgets or superior engineering. It was a society that had seemingly cracked the code on living in perfect harmony with their environment. They had technology that allowed them to do things we can only dream of, like flying in aircraft that could maneuver at incredible speeds without making a sound, hinting at a profound understanding of physics that our scientists haven't yet grasped. These vehicles could seamlessly transition from soaring in the air to diving underwater and even operating in the vacuum of space, suggesting they might have mastered anti-gravity or tapped into other mysterious forces of nature. But what's perhaps most striking about Byrd's account isn't just the technological marvels he describes, it's the ethos of the people he encountered. This wasn't a civilization out to conquer or intimidate. Rather, they were a society deeply concerned with the path humanity was on, especially in the aftermath of World War II and the dawn of the atomic age, viewing these weapons as a potential tipping point for the fate of everyone living on the planet's surface. Their message to Byrd, which he in turn felt compelled to share with the world, was one of caution, but also of hope. They urged for peace and mutual respect among nations, advocating for a shift away from the brinkmanship of nuclear annihilation towards a more cooperative, sustainable future. They believed in humanity's potential to change its trajectory, to adopt a more peaceful approach to technology and global relations. Byrd's description of his meeting with the leaders of this advanced society paints a picture of a diplomatic and respectful exchange. He was brought into an environment designed to awe, but also to facilitate serious conversation, where these leaders shared not only their concerns but also their insights into how a society might progress without sacrificing its planet or peace. They offered a glimpse into their history and development, suggesting that the surface world too could reach such heights if it chose a path of peace and sustainability. Dive into the mysteries of Agartha and the Hollow Earth theory, and you're entering a realm where the lines between science and pure fantasy blur intriguingly. These theories offer a captivating look at what might lie beneath the surface of our planet, stirring the imagination with the possibility of hidden worlds just beyond our reach. Agartha, as it's often depicted, isn't just another world. It's a utopian vision of what a civilization could achieve. Tucked away at the Earth's core, Agartha is said to be a place where the inhabitants have surpassed our technological achievements, harnessing clean energy, advanced transportation, and even the power to bend time and space to their will. It's a society that's reached the zenith of cultural and spiritual development, acting as custodians of knowledge far beyond what we've managed to grasp. The entrances to this hidden realm are the stuff of legend, hidden in the most remote and mystical locations on Earth, from the deserts to the polar ice caps, accessible only to those who are spiritually ready to cross into its domain. When you pit Agartha against the Hollow Earth theory, it's clear they share a foundational belief in a significant concealed world beneath our feet. However, they part ways in their portrayal of what that world looks like and what it represents. Agartha is often shown as a singular enlightened civilization where science and spirituality merge, offering a model of existence that's in perfect balance with the universe. The Hollow Earth theory, in contrast, opens the door to endless possibilities, imagining a variety of realms that could be as perilous as they are wondrous. The impact of these theories extends far beyond mere speculation, inspiring everything from novels and films to intense debates and philosophical discussions. They tap into our perennial quest for knowledge and the deep-seated human desire to believe in something more, something extraordinary that defies our understanding of reality. Whether viewed through the lens of science, spirituality, or pure fantasy, the legends of Agartha and the Hollow Earth challenge us to dream of what might lie just out of sight, beneath the ground under our feet.